So if it's in the name of real hip hop, I personally would just advise the individual to do whatever it is his heart tells him to do.
The vice gripper type of pistol shit. I pistol whip when I'm pissing this shit. She's the reason lyrics get completely explicit. West bread, if she throws.
That's number one. What's with the face? Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Perfect example we're speaking about. When you're looking at a person's face, you could probably Google it right now or YouTube it and see what I'm talking about. The facial expression to me, I wasn't really focused too much on that. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me say.
Get it together, nigga.
I'm just looking at it. It's the facial expression to me didn't really seem like nothing, is my point. What do you think when you're in a conversation and you experiencing certain facial expressions, and what does that make you think? What individual facial expressions make you think other of the conversation that you're having?
For me, it just depends on what the conversation is, and it's kind of you reading their face while you're talking to them. It's kind of hard to explain. You can tell by somebody's facial expressions when they're mad or when they're happy, and you can also tell when they're lying. There's tales for stuff like that as well. So I just kind of go with the flow of the conversation. But if my bullshit detector pings, then my facial expression is gonna change to, nigga, please.
Really, nigga?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, I just looked at it. The man's face didn't look weird, like he was weirded out or whatever. I guess what he's saying, he said there's nothing wrong with sucking a dick a couple of times. That's what this nigga said.
Hey,
now,
if that's what someone's into, that more power to them. But to me, okay, look, once all right, let's put it like this. Once it's an experiment, twice, that's a preference.
Well, my point on it was I feel that I don't understand what it would be other than the desire to do that, to even be in a position to experiment. That's not, out of any experiment I wanted to do in my young to adult life, I never went, also, you know what I'm saying? Nah, nigga, nah. So to me, mm-hmm. to even be in that situation, then that's you. Whether that's what it is or it's not. I don't have a perspective on what makes a person that way or not. That's not the point.
Well,
the point is if your facial expression is looking at me like, what do he know? Or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, nigga, you been over there higgling and a higgly. You know what I'm saying?
All I'm saying is, if Tank's got some sugary moves, then, good for him if it makes him happy.
He got some sugar.
That's all I'm saying. He got sugary moves, and that makes him happy.
You said if he got sugary moves.
Yeah, real sugary moves. If that makes him happy, then I am happy for him.
Okay. All right. Well, we're kind of that has kind of deterred the initial point of conversation. But okay, put it like this. Let's say this then. I know a individual, okay, in my personal family structure, mm-hmm. that was of a certain way, mm-hmm. and then as far as had a homosexual lifestyle, mm-hmm. but eventually went with the opposite sex and had a normal life after that. I never saw that for nothing other than I can't say that I haven't seen that person done like that, to where that's brought up like you live in a lie or whatever. But I never felt that way. I never cared enough about whatever that was, as long as that person was okay and happy. You see what I'm saying? So when a person went and did the traditional, or what we would consider traditional way of doing things, the opposite sex together, you know what I'm saying? They had a family and everything. I didn't believe that's just what you're doing. I didn't really feel no way about that. You know what I'm saying? None of your
business on what they were doing. And I feel the same way. But if you go vocalize about something, I may have an opinion about it. And what he stated to me was some real sugary moves. So if he loves it, I like it. You know, it's not my business to be, but if he over there talking about it doesn't make you that way, then okay, that's what you're doing.
So ultimately, you know, my point is what a person does is somewhat embedded in whatever it is, but we still have the need to label a person. You know what I'm saying? When think about, like I said, it was easy to put up like lies. You know what I'm saying? Like a liar. We like to call a motherfucker that tell a lie a liar, especially if that lie is just directly impacts or hurts us. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think
hold up. Here's the thing. Here's my point. I'm just making this point. So I would say, like, even for me, like my shit I went through, I would say, okay, so that person calling me, feeling like you a liar, you lied to me. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But another motherfucker that's attached to a motherfucker be like, oh, well, you told this lie over here to that. Nigga, what I did with that person ain't got nothing to do with you. You in direct violation, and I'm liable to slap the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? He calling me a robber because I robbed him. I didn't rob you, though. You know what I'm saying? So you shut the fuck up. You see what I'm saying? You shut the fuck up, for you.
Before I rob you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? For you be the motherfucker that. You see what I'm saying? So that's my point on it. That's my point on it. But when you think about a motherfucker say, you know, oh, I might have lied to the police because I didn't want to get caught. Or I might have lied and said I was sick because I didn't go to work. It's still a lie.
Yeah.
So that means everybody on the planet, unless a motherfucker who absolutely has never told a lie of any form, I don't care how big. If you stepped on an ant, you're a murderer. If you ran over a cat, you're a murderer.
There's nobody on the planet that has not lied.
But we split hairs with the little part that we want to feel. Well, let's facilitate more guilt or shame onto this because it makes me not as bad as that. But down the slate, we're pretty much all somewhat of the other, the same thing to point the finger at. So when communicating, you know, we have these facial expressions when we feel something is hitting close to home, or even if a motherfucker ain't talking about you. If it's something you've done before, it registers more personal, so then you have a more empathetic perspective on the act. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you have not came across any reason to follow in those footsteps, whatever that conversation is, whatever you're talking about, a person lied, cheat, steal, whatever they did, murder, whatever it is, you know, then if it's something that you haven't come across yet, then you may be more apt to come off more condescending and judgmental. You know what I'm saying? But I hear what you're saying. The average man, like, there's no way you could tell me, oh, outside of some kind of human violation of, you know what I'm saying, or something like that, there's nothing that you could really say like that a man voluntarily did with the same sex. And I wouldn't say, okay, so you had a gay experience. And if a person felt like, well, that doesn't make me gay, I'm okay with that too. Then that don't make you gay. I mean, who am I to tell you? You know what I'm saying? But I am indoctrinated enough the cloth and the bringing that, I mean, if I know you and we cool and we clown and that's what it is, yeah. But if it's somebody I don't know, or just, you know, I wouldn't try to antagonize a person. But if anybody that's close to me and we fuck around and I know it is what it is, it's like, nigga, but I didn't keep doing it. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. That's gay. You did that shit. That's all good, my nigga. You know, you said I take the Frankfurter over the tuna. That's today. That's right that particular day. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I ain't saying nothing about that shit. But that does that make a person that way? If a person says they're not that way, I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't know.
It makes a person suspect. Just like a person can be called a liar, suspect. A person that can be called a robber, suspect. You know, all these labels. Even if you not what someone is labeling you, you can always be a suspect. And that's the bottom line.
Yeah. And that's usually what's in a person's, like, if a person's known for being deceitful or thieving, and the motherfucker be like, man, that shit got broken into. I wasn't even around there. We all gonna make the facial expression like that. You know, you
are the C4 robber.
Nigga.
That is your title.
Nigga, you know your name is Hot Hands Harry around this motherfucker, nigga. Come on now. Whatever you say, nigga, you probably, I don't know why you trying to build an alibi off me, nigga. You probably was over there in them people's shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's the ugly. I'm about to break it. Man, fuck that. Check it out. Power and momentum. Vocal bullets bring the host to your building. Same time, feed the souls of your children. Closed minds get exposed to the vision. Same time, double-edged sword to the throat of the serpent and kingdom. Kinda hard not to walk in the blues. Hard to walk the avenues where they ain't got no shoes. So we change the method.